Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to do Leetcode Biweekly. Second question, minimum number of operation to make array XOR equal to k. So let us first read this question, then constraint, then examples, and then finally the coding part for the same. So here, you are given a zero index integer array nums and a positive integer k. You can apply the following operation on the array any number of times. Choose any element of the array, flip a bit in its binary representation. Flipping a bit means changing 0 to 1 or vice versa. Now, return the minimum number of operations required to make the bitwise XOR of all the elements of the final array equal to k. So, note that you can flip leading 0 bits in the binary representation of the element. For example, for the number 101 in binary representation, you can flip the fourth bit and obtain 1101 in the binary representation. Now comes the part. Basically, we are required to return minimum number of operations required to make bitwise XOR of the array which is given to us equals to k. Now, for that purpose, the first thing which comes to our mind is that we should get the binary representation of all the numbers in it so that we can check that how we can make the XOR of each of them equal to k. So for 2, we will be having this bit set, right? Then for 1, we will be having this bit set. Then for 3, we will be having both of these bits as set. Then for 4, we will be having this bit as set and all like that. Now for we want that XOR equals to this k, that is 1. Basically, it should be equal to this. Now, the thing is that if we check here, it will cancel out this, here it will cancel out this. So basically, at this point of time, to make it equals to 1, we require one bit to be flipped either in 2 or 4 so that it becomes here as 1, right? And now here 1 and 1 cancel out, 0 and 0, it's fine. Then here also we are required to make either of this or this or this, any of these 0th bit flipped to 1. That is what is required so that it cancel out and at the end it becomes 0 here. And it is already 0, it is already 0, here it is already 0, but here we require one change. Basically, we require to change here and here. 2 bits are required to be changed. So that's why we require at the end 2 number of operation as an answer. Now if we take example of this. Here 2020 and we are required to make it equals to 0. So for that purpose, 202020, 1 minute. 2020. So here this bit is set all 0. This bit is set all 0. And at the end we require all bit as 0 because it is a 0. So here it will be already 0. 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 So all are already 0. So that's why we are not required to do any operation. So we will be returning 0. Now this is the explanation for this question, that what exactly we are required to do in this question. Now if we check for the constraint part, here the constraint is that at max there could be 10 raised to power 5 elements. Each element can go up to 10 raised to power 6 and k can also go up to 10 raised to power 6. So as per this constraint, we can't use any n squared solution. N log n we can use, but we are not required to sort it. So n log n is also not required here. So in all that criteria, the thing is we just need to get bits of all the numbers at that particular, means basically 0, 2 raised to power 0, right? Uh, 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3. So at this point, we require bits of all the numbers which are present in the array. And at that point only we require bit which is for the k. And this we will check that is it required to set or not. And accordingly we will be writing a solution. So this much all is required. So according to that it will be just a 32-bit solution, right? Means we will be making a solution which will be 32 into n. That what it will means, it would be just order of n solution, not more than that, so it would be sufficient enough. So now let us go ahead with the coding part for the same. So as I told that we are required to first check for all the bits which are there. So accordingly we will be taking, so first here we will for the checking that what is the count of the bits at that particular row, not the row, basically the column. So for that purpose we are taking this count, and here this nums dot size. Now we will be running a loop int I equals to 0, okay, I less than 32 I plus plus, basically a loop of 32 so that we can check for 32 bits. Int c equals to 0 for int I already used, so we will use j equals to 0, j less than n j plus plus. If nums of j, here we are just checking if that bit is set or not. 1 L shifting by I, basically that bit, checking for it is set or not. C plus plus. If it is set, then we will be incrementing, else it will be just as it is. So this we will be doing for all the numbers which are present in that array, and checking that particular ith bit if it is set or not. If it would be set, then this C will be incremented, and this will be we will be doing for all the elements. And now comes the part, at that moment only we need to check that if the k which is given, right, if that bit is set or not. If that bit is set, right, so in that context what we will be doing is we will be simply checking that if c modulo 2, basically is it occurring in even or not. If it is occurring in even, right, so it will cancel out the bits with each other. So in that context we are required to perform operation, that's why we are incrementing the count. Because if it is set, right, so in that context the scenario would be that there should be one, the count of all the set bits should be in odd, so that they won't be cancelling out each other. And if that is not the case, means if it is not set, so in that criteria we will be checking that if the C modulo 2 means basically is if it is not, that context means if it is occurring in odd, means there are odd occurrences, then in that context also we will be required to add one bit so that it can become even occurrence and all the set bits cancel out each other. So like this we will be going ahead, and then at the end whatever operations are there we'll do and just return our count. So this was all for this particular solution. Now comes the part for the time complexity. As at the start only I told the time complexity would be based on this 32-bit, right? So here we can clearly see that it is a loop of 32 into, okay, it took us 9, 32 into this n, right? So this is the time complexity, and if say about the space complexity, so we are not using any extra space, so that's why it is order of 1. So this was all for this particular solution. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. And if you really like the explanation, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So this was all. Thank you.